going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Sunday, November 19th, 2023. Before we get into it, though, if you like this content, make sure you drop a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $19 best bet and my NHL breakaway, make sure you head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. I also got something new and exciting coming up here at Pickdawgz. If you're a big bettor looking to hit the books hard on the ice, you're going to want to check out my all-access Power Play Pass. And I will be honest, this service, not for everybody. This is for the bettors that are dropping $1,000 or more per game on the NHL, and those $1,000 bettors that want that elevated top-tier advantage to get a man up on your book. Now, for the first time, this package will feature the rating of my plays, as well as late info plays that I make throughout the day, based on goalie news, announcements, injuries, etc. If that's not your cup of tea, I can't stress this enough. That is 100% totally fine. We're still going to be putting out premium winners every single day at Pick Dawgz Premium. We're still going to cover every single day right here on the Wraparound, every game, every day. But if you want more information, make sure to text PUCK to 775-636-7674, and we'll get you hooked up. Anyways, NHL action on Sunday. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from the Avicii Arena in Sweden, where the Minnesota Wild take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm not going to lie to you, I had no idea this game was going off this early. Thought it was going to follow the pattern the rest of the afternoon games that we've seen so far in Sweden, but nope, it's going off at 8 a.m. Eastern time, so try to get this out as early as possible for you guys. But, the Toronto Maple Leafs, this is a tough team to figure out at times, but right now they're in another one of those hot grooves right now. They've won 3 straight. They took out Detroit. Had the over in that last one, but unfortunately didn't come through. Could come through here against a Minnesota Wild team that continues to have issues defensively. But the takeaway for me from Minnesota right now is that this is just not the same Minnesota team that we've become accustomed to seeing. That's been one of the more consistent and successful teams in the NHL over the last few seasons. More often than not, the goaltending was letting down the Wild. But as of late, it's been the offense for the Wild that's been, falling flat. They've scored 2 goals or less in 3 of the 4 games during this 4-game losing streak that they're on. And sometimes it's a combination of both, where the goaltending is terrible and the offense is bad for Minnesota. But against the Senators, it was just the latter. The offense wasn't there. The goaltending did its job, but the offense didn't. And against a team like Toronto that has so much firepower offensively, I don't like the Wild's chances here. I'm going to go with the Toronto Maple Leafs on the money line in this one. Next, we head to the Wells Fargo Center, where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Flyers coming into this one on the back-to-back, but I'll tell you, they looked really good against the Vegas Golden Knights last time out. Meanwhile, the Blue Jackets are on the back-to-back as well here. The difference between these two teams, though, one team's won 4 in a row and one's lost 8 in a row. And even worse for the Columbus Blue Jackets, they've lost the last 3 head-to-head matchups with the Philadelphia Flyers. To me, this one's short, sweet, and simple. I got to take the Flyers on the money line here. The goaltending for Philly, it's doing its job. Like I said, you've got guys like Carter Hart, Cal Peterson, Samuel Urson. Very young goaltending core for Philadelphia, but it's one that's stepping up nonetheless. And Columbus, well, Elvis Merzlikins, he's there out of necessity, but the Blue Jackets goaltending has given up at least 3 goals in each of their last 7 games. So give me the Flyers on the money line. We're getting a decent price with them. If this was a little bit of a heavier price, I'd probably have a harder time making the case for the Flyers, but minus 156 is reasonable to me, so give me Philadelphia here. Next, we head to the PPG Paints Arena, where the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Vegas Golden Knights, and another matchup where both teams come into this one on the second half of the back-to-back. But I think that being the case benefits the Vegas Golden Knights here. The Pittsburgh Penguins, back to doing Pittsburgh Penguins things. They had won 5 in a row, and then you kind of wonder where the other shoe was going to drop for the Penguins, and it started to. They lost 5-2 to the Devils, 4-2 to Carolina on Saturday, and now they got to go up against a Vegas team that has dropped 4 of 6. And admittedly, I was on Vegas yesterday, didn't work out for me. But the difference here is that if you're Pittsburgh, you go from Tristan Jarry, who is still technically your number 1 in goal, to either Magnus Hellberg or Alex Nedeljkovic, who are both just backup options, regardless of if they were to play elsewhere. Vegas, on the other hand, has one of the better 1-2 punches in goaltending in the NHL right now in Adin Hill and Logan Thompson. The Vegas Golden Knights as a team are just the better team here. And Pittsburgh still losing record at home, 3-5 on the year. while Vegas 5-2-1 on the road. It is not often you're going to get prices like this with the Vegas Golden Knights the rest of the way. I know we're only 15 games into the season, maybe a little bit more, but so you got to take advantage of prices like this as they come. I'm going to take the Vegas Golden Knights in this one. Next, we head to the United Center where the Chicago Blackhawks take on the Buffalo Sabres. And, I use the wraparound, and I like to model in the sense that I'm just talking to you guys as as if we were just sitting at the bar having a drink and talking about the games. And I'm gonna walk you through my mindset with this game. This to me is my least favorite game on the board because here's why. The Buffalo Sabres, they're probably the better team here, but they look a bit disheveled since they lost Tage Thompson. And I don't know if I just want to lay minus 175, minus 180 with the Buffalo Sabres just because the Chicago Blackhawks are on the other side. The Sabres, they've lost 3 in a row. They played some tough opposition. They played Pittsburgh, Boston, and Winnipeg. Lost all 3. We know that this is still a decent Blackhawks team. It's just a matter of picking your spots. But the same thing can be said for Chicago, who I've tried to go value hunting with in each of the last 3 games, against the Panthers, the Lightning, and even the Nashville Predators. And it's blown up in my face. And this is a Chicago Blackhawks team that just picked first overall in the last year's draft. And it's still, a Chicago Blackhawks team that not many people, I think, are expecting much from this season. So I'm trying to go for full value here if I'm going to have a wager on this game. The last 3 head-to-head meetings between these two teams have all needed overtime. So that's just where I'm going to go in this one. If I'm going to have a play in this game, it's just going to be sort of a sprinkle for some nice plus money. I'm going to take a shot on this game to go to overtime or for the 60-minute tie, depending on how your book words it, plus 400. Our final game on Sunday's card takes us to the Honda Center where the Anaheim Ducks take on the St. Louis Blues. And I'll tell you, the St. Louis Blues continue to find ways to frustrate me. I had them against the San Jose Sharks. They blew it. Maybe wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt against the Kings, and they got their teeth kicked in there as well. They've lost their first 2 games of this little West Coast swing by a combined score of 10-2, 5-1 in back-to-back games, and now take on an Anaheim Ducks team that has lost 4 of their last 6 games, but they've been competitive in a lot of those games. 2 of those 3 games were 1-goal decisions. And they even managed to get a win over the Nashville Predators. And head-to-head between these two, it's been very streaky. The St. Louis Blues have won the last 4. Prior to that, the Ducks had won 3 straight and 5 of 6. The thing for me here, though, is that the St. Louis Blues really struggle away from home. If you put them in the Enterprise Center in St. Louis at home, they're a really solid bet. 6-2 this season. On the road, 2-5-1. Anaheim below 500 at home, 4-5 on the year. But I just feel that they're the better team in this spot. So reluctantly, I'll go with the Anaheim Ducks. Probably my second least favorite game behind that Sabres and Blackhawks game we just talked about, but I'll still stick with the Anaheim Ducks here at minus 118 to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Sunday, November 19th, 2023. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on to get the newest and most up-to-date content here at Pick Dawgz. And a reminder, if you're looking for my best bets, check out Pick Dawgz Premium. And if you want more information on my all-access Power Play Pass and to find out if it's right for you, make sure to text PUCK to 775-636-7674. And make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.